Hi, I'm Jennifer Brilliant. Welcome to Solutions for Tight and Injured Hamstrings. So, if you have tight hamstrings, or if you have injured hamstrings, or you have clients who have injured or tight hamstrings, you're in the right place. And I was a person who had tight and injured hamstrings. However, I've learned a lot about how to work with them, and now I'm totally free and easy, and I hope that you will be too. So I'd like to start sitting down to get grounded and comfortable. So you can grab your blankets and have a seat. So a widening of the pelvic floor can really help you with your hamstrings. I'd like us to take a look at the picture of the hamstrings on the wall here. We have 3 hamstrings, and we're going to get a chance to feel our own hamstrings. So if you bring your legs forward like so, and put your hands right at the backs of your knees, and pull your toes up. Can you feel the tendons at the back of your knees? And then push your heels into the ground, and you feel them get tense. Do you feel that? So your hamstrings are right there. You can feel them. One set of hamstrings on the inside of the knee at the back, and one set of hamstrings on the outside of the knee. You can feel they're strong, right? You want to have good, strong muscles. You want to have flexible muscles as well. You feel exactly where they are. They connect. If you follow those tendons below the knee, you can see it here attached below the knee. From the sitting bones where you are sitting all the way to below the knee. Okay? Let's put the heels down and just wiggle the legs a little bit so that you can put your hands behind you and be comfortable and feel your hamstrings and your calves as well feel loose and easy. We want to have our hamstrings both stretched and flexible. Feels good, right? Now, let's come to an easy cross-legged position, and I just want to talk about a couple of things, misconceptions and general ideas about working with the hamstrings. We want flexible hamstrings, and we want to stretch the hamstrings. Now, what if you stretch your hamstrings, and then stretch them, and then stretch them, and then stretch them? What do you think is going to happen eventually? Snap. Boom. And we don't want that. So while we're stretching our hamstrings, we want to be careful not to overstretch. And this is particularly important for people who are already have laxity or are flexible already. Okay? So there is a way to support your hamstrings while you're stretching them, and we'll talk about that. Okay? Let me see. What else did I want to say? We can come on up to standing and take a look at the alignment of the pelvis and how that will affect your hamstrings. Now, the sitting bones we were sitting on, if they're close together like so and the legs are turned out, that will tighten the hamstrings. If your sitting bones are spread more wide apart and the legs are somewhat internally rotated, that will help to make your hamstrings more flexible. Okay? Let's experiment with that posture for the pelvis. Place your hands on your thighs near your knees. The back is straight and strong. Hopefully you're still breathing. And then we'll move the spine like cat and cow. So you're going to round your spine, bring your chin towards your chest, and then as you stretch your spine out and lengthen it tail back and crown lifted, you can separate your sitting bones. Can you feel the top of the sitting bones widen there? Let's do another cat-cow a few more times. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhale, arching your spine and broadening the whole base of your pelvis where the hamstrings are attaching. 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. From here, I'd like you to slide your hands down towards your legs. You can easily keep your knees bent. And then just give your thighs a little bit of massage up and down, back and the sides. You can let your neck relax, wake up the muscles. You can even come up the front of the legs, even the inner thighs. You can make a gentle fist with your hands and do the same things right on your hamstrings, waking them up, right at the backs of your legs. Okay, grab a hold of your ball. And you're going to put it at the back of, some of you might have to come a little bit lower just on the floor, and put it at the back of one of your thighs. So if you're too high up, you might not feel that. Can you feel that ball softening into your hamstring? Then you're going to roll your leg out and in. So you allow the ball to soften your hamstring muscles. As I do this, it feels a little looser when I let the leg roll out. When I roll in, I feel a little more tightness. Do you feel that? Maybe yours is different than mine. Let's move the ball to another spot. You could move it down, you could move it in. And allow your leg muscles to soften over the ball. Now, when you feel a point in your thigh that feels tight, stop there for a moment and see if you can release that tension. This ability to subtly release tension will help you be more articulate in all that you do. Pick another 1 or 2 spots, and then we'll move to the other leg. If it doesn't feel like quite enough pressure, you can lean forward. And the weight of the torso coming onto the ball gives you some more feedback. You want to be patient and breathe. Let's change sides. Choosing a spot. This side is tight, huh? This can even be done sitting in a chair. You can use a tennis ball in your office. If you want more feedback and more feeling, more sensation, you can lean forward. So in this movement with the ball, we're getting actually a stretch with the hamstring, and at the same time compressing the hamstring toward the bone. Can you feel that? That the ball itself, the density of the ball, is moving the hamstring in toward the bone. So in a way, doing a bit of contraction at the same time that we're stretching. Let's pick another spot. You could really spend the afternoon doing this. I like these balls because they're dense, but really any ball will do. You could even use a kid's toy ball. And if you have 2 balls, you can do them at the same time. Okay. And let's finish off with that leg and take the ball out from underneath. And feel the response in your body. Now, in order to get a good hamstring stretch for the back of the legs sitting here, sometimes you have to sit up higher on a blanket, and that's fine to do that. You don't want your back to be sunken down. The sitting bones move back, and the heels move forward. So that's a stretch at the whole back of the leg. Very nice. We are going to move forward slightly. And here's the way I want you to do it. If you move forward with your chest lifted still, you feel a little bit of a pull as you go front. Do you feel that? Now, if you pushed to go further, you would feel more pull, and then your body would resist. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up and be in a place where it's not really a full hamstring stretch, but you feel a little bit. It's almost boring. And then, when you get so bored, an invitation comes. And the invitation is to move forward just a little bit more. And then you pause. And you feel the response in your body. And hopefully you're still lifting your chest, breathing fully, but being where you're at with your hamstring flexibility. And then let's back up and bend the knees easily. We're going to do one more thing. If ever you have a hamstring that got over, this is a great way to continue to do your workouts and to do your yoga practice while keeping it safe. Okay? We'll start standing up. And we'll take a strap. And you're going to use this strap to support, it's like an ace bandage actually. So I'm going to use the strap around my left leg. You can choose your right or left leg. And you're going to put it right at the top. Actually, if the tightness in your thigh is in the middle of the thigh, you put it in the middle of the thigh. If the tightness in your thigh is way up by the sit bone, you put it way up high. And then you're going to tighten it. So it feels supportive. And then you can just wrap the tail around because it's kind of a long tail. Yep. So you get at the same time that we're going to stretch the hamstring, we're going to get that support. Can you feel it support you? Okay, let's step forward with the right leg. Left leg is fine too. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll do both sides down, okay? So from here, we're going to lengthen the spine, let yourself be grounded, move your sitting bones back, move your spine forward, and widen your sit bones. Now, at the same time that this leg is stretching, the one with the strap on it, it's also being supported. So in a way, you can contract and support your own hand right at the same time. And I always do that when I'm stretching, trying to balance support with flexibility. And let's one up. And let's change legs. First we get grounded into the floor, lengthen the spine, lift your chest, coming forward. Sitting bones move back toward the back of the room, chest moves forward. Both legs have that sense of stretching at the back of the legs. If you want to feel more stretch, you lift your sitting bones more as you move your chest forward. But you want to also strengthen and support, like if you're making a bicep muscle with your hamstring. Feet together. So actually, this belt can be used walking around, can be used in any of your workouts, okay, if you get a tightness in your hamstring. Let's shake the leg out. Let's shake the leg out. Let your muscles go loose. Right? They want to be strong, they want to be flexible, they want to be mobile. Good. Okay, let's finish sitting down. And I thank you so much for coming. We would have time for questions and answers, but we're just showing a short clip. Thank you.